Good morning. This is Mr. Adeoye. I'll be taking you adverbial phrase. Adverbial phrase. I'll be talking about the meaning and the types. So let's go. But before we move forward, I want to ask you, what is an adverb? Yes, think. An adverb. And then what is a phrase? Are you sure that's the answer? Okay. We will know if you got it right. Now let's move on. The meaning. Wow, that's it. Meaning. Let's first of all talk about an adverb. What does an adverb mean? An adverb is a word or a set of words that modifies verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. It tells when, where, and how an action is performed or indicates the quality or degree of the action. Yes, you see, when an adverb appears in a sentence, it is pointing to a verb, to an action. So it tells us more about the actions. It tells us more about what is happening. Okay? It tells us about that happening in that sentence. It tells us how, it tells us why, it tells us where, it tells us when, it tells us manner, with which the action happened in the sentence. So many adverbs end in ly, okay, but not all of them, okay, such as friendly, okay. Now many words can be both adverbs and adjectives according to the activities in the sentence. What is a phrase? A phrase is a word or a group of words that does not have a finite verb and does not make a complete thought. That is, it cannot stand on its own to make sense. So it needs to depend on other words to make a complete thought. Okay, are you with me? Good, very good. So let's talk about an adverb phrase, or better still, an adverbial phrase. An adverbial phrase is a phrase that modifies the verb or verbs if there are more than one, adjective or adjectives if there are more than one, or other adverbs or adverb in the sentence. So an adverbial phrase modifies a verb in a sentence. It can modify an adjective in a sentence. It can modify other adverbs in the sentence. So we have example here. Tunde came carrying his bag with two hands. Tunde is carrying his bag with two hands. He's telling us the way Tunde came. Okay? The manner with which Tunde came. Okay? How did Tunde come? Oh, Tunde came carrying his bag with two hands. We were punished without any reason. Why were you punished? Why were you punished? So we were punished without any reason. Now, I will be discussing this more in the next slide. Well. Types of adverb or types of adverbial phrase. We have the adverb phrase of time or frequency. Okay, we have adverb phrase of time or frequency, which is when. It asks questions when. Now, this indicates time or frequency, which answers the question when, or how frequently is the action performed in a sentence. Examples: I went to school when? A little late yesterday. He travels. How often? Every Monday. He eats. How often? Occasionally in the morning. Okay, he eats. How often? Occasionally. When? In the morning. Can you see that? So there's a combination of the when and the how frequently. Good. Now remember that this adverb is pointing to the action. What is the action in the number one example? Good. Went. Very correct. What's the verb in the second sentence? Travels. Very good. What's the next action in the third sentence? Eats. Aha. Very correct. Now, he went to school. He did an action called went to school. When? A little late yesterday. He did an action called travels. He travels how often? He said, how frequently? He said, every Monday. Good. He hits how often? Occasionally. When? In the morning. Good. Let's talk about adverb phrase of place or direction, which tells us where. This indicates place or direction of the action in the sentence. It answers the question, where is the action performed? Bola went through the process. Bola went through the process. Bola went where? Bola went through the process. I met him where? Under the tree. He walked where? Across the road. He walked across the road. Okay, so what's the actions there? We have the went, we have the met, and we have walked. Adverb phrase of degree. How much? This expresses the importance, degree, level of the action in the sentence, which answers the question, how much? Okay, I read the book more thoroughly. I read the book more thoroughly. Can you see that? That's the degree. How much? How much can you say you read? He said, I read the book more thoroughly. Now, he hardly studies. How much does he study? He hardly studies. That means the person doesn't really study. He hardly studies. Now, she completely forgot about the party. What's the degree of the forgetfulness? The degree is that completely. Can you see that? So you can see that the adverb, the adverb tells us more about actions. Number one action here is read. Number two action here is studies. Number three action here is what? Forgot. Now let's go to adverb phrase of manner that tells us how things happen or things are done. Okay? It answers the question how. He is running too fast. He's running too fast. So how is he running? He's running too fast. That means he's running very fast. Now, Mike handles the camera how? Very carefully. Okay? He handles the camera very carefully. Okay? Now it's the manner with which he is handling the camera. Okay? The to and the very also has to, the degree with which the manner with which they are doing the thing. Now let's go to adverb phrase of reason. Okay, why? Okay, this states reasons an action is performed, which answers the question why. Okay, in a sentence, an action takes place, and you want to know the reason. This adverb tells us the reason. Okay, Ade went to Lagos. Why? To make money. He plays. Why? Why is he playing? He plays to impress his audience. So, these and other adverb phrase are what we can. These are the phrases, adverb phrases we could touch in this topic today. I hope you have learned something. If you have any question, please post it on the thread under this video, and do the exercise that follows immediately after this slide. I hope you have seen the exercise, rather the adverb phrase of the underlying group of words. Okay, so when you do this, please submit and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Love you. Bye.